Stretch it out. Work out the kinks. I'm getting old, kinders. I'm getting old. Ooh. Hi there. Name's Ryan, aka the Ryan Man. Welcome back to another installment of Katawa Shoujo. But this is not your typical Katawa Shoujo. This ain't your daddy's Katawa Shoujo. This is Katawa Shoujo Stories Beyond, for those of you who weren't reading the titles and were just keeping all of these videos on a playlist, using them as your ASMR. I'm not naming names. No, by the by, I am not going to start an ASMR channel. I don't know what else to do. The only ASMRs I usually listen to are rainstorms, gun cleaning, assembly and disassembly, zombie hordes outside the window, artillery fire. I'm not diving down that rabbit hole. Let's just continue! When we last left off, we had just finished a chapter. Not an act! A chapter. There's a difference if I remember. You get the heart like do-do-do, do-do-do. Anyways. I've always held the belief that every human, deep in their psyche, has some sort of morbid curiosity regarding the macabre. That's... curiosity? That's just usually all my thoughts, Sisao. Whether it's watching the news cycle constantly focused on the bad things that happen in the world, reading a story where the main character suffers misfortune, or the way traffic slows down to view an accident, even when there's no physical impediment. That whole thing on the news cycle kind of reminds me of this cute little 5-minute long free-to-play game. Damn. I was going to do 2 recordings today, but maybe I'll do 3 because that is such a short game. It's free. Do I use that as a free-to-play game? But it's considered like this neat little work of art. I don't usually know how to handle the standalone games. The standalone episode type of stuff, I mean. Anyway, that's not important. You simply can't turn away when you see something happening. You're equally as fixated in horror on the moment in question as you are from the sick desire to see it carry out. Oh my lord. We're here. Are we at this moment? Are we at the scene where I so desperately wanted it painted on the side of my battle van? It's fascinating on some deeply primal level, and this is how I find myself now, watching Lily and Shizune at each other's throats. Yes! We're back here! I don't have any drink or food for this moment. It started innocently enough. I had woken up too early and couldn't get back to sleep. That's me every morning when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Not really knowing what else to do, I got dressed and headed to my class through the nearly deserted school. I wasn't the only one there, sitting at my desk when Lily stopped by, just as bedraggled as I was. We barely had time to discuss anything before Misha and Shizune barged in. I think someone said something about the student council budget, and then all hell broke loose. Shizune is looking like an... Oh, I was not ready for that line. Shizune is looking like an avenging angel. Her hands and fingers moving so fast they're a blur. I just want to go onto the free, AI creator that I usually use for thumbnails here and there. And I just want to put in biblically accurate death. Biblically accurate death girl. Oh No, that's gonna be the name of my rock band. Biblically accurate deaf girl. Misha is translating everything she's saying, but with none of the implied inflection. Lily's as steadfast as a statue, only winding up Shizune further. It's surreal. I'm not awake enough for this, but I'm too sober for this. And I seriously doubt I ever would be awake enough. Oh no. But wait, this is supposed to be Shizune talking, but it's not Shizune talking. This would be Misha translating Shizune, so I can't go ellipses. I'm going to have to read this line as Shizune, but Shizune doesn't know subtlety, let alone how to even spell it. So, oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm going to have to do a... I nearly hit my desk. I'm going to have to do a Misha voice. I'm not sober enough for this. I gotta bring myself back. Oh my god, I had planned to do a Katawa Shoujo recording today, but I did not mentally prepare myself, and that one's on me, everybody. How? Oh my god. For anyone from my job space who actually, like, stumbles upon my videos, I'm sorry for the following. Tell me the name. Oh, I'm a big brave boy. I can do this. Tell me the names of those two students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something as simple yourself. Oh my god! This is gonna be jarring, hold on. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Of course! You do so much class rep. It must be so difficult being you. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. There are people. I can't always. I can't always assume that it's just bots stumbling across my videos. Sometimes it's people who have legitimately never seen any of this stuff before, and I am so sorry. You were expecting, what the hell is this? This can't be. Maybe I could have this on in the background. I just hope people were wearing headphones. You can cut the enemy in the air with a knife as they stare each other down. The irritation on Lily's demeanor has been replaced with genuine anger, something very unsettling to see. Shizune has a self-congratulatory smirk on her face, clearly enjoying this. Not only did she find something to criticize Lily on, but she's breaking through Lily's steady facade. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. For anyone who is new, Misha's not all there. That's all I'm going to say, because if I continue any further, I will be reported to the HR department. Shizune then fixes that gaze on me, and I'm left dumbfounded like a deer in headlights. Don't drag me into any of this fucking mess. I have a three-legged violin girl probably waiting for me in the hallway to take me away from these shenanigans. I should not be used to describe people to other people. A three-legged violinist! Whoo! At least she doesn't play piano. That would be really awkward. And if you don't understand what I meant by that, get off the internet. You're too young. Fuck me. Can I say fuck me by now? How long would I be into this damn recording? It's over 10 minutes. I don't think YouTube's algorithm pays attention to my videos anyway, so whatever. Hey, Cheyenne! Don't you slack off either! It's over when I'm going through real life and someone that is not in my close circle of friends refers to me as he-shan, or Rai-shan, or anything shan. That's when I'm gonna have to beat the brakes off of someone. Wait a minute. What do I have to do with this? Aren't you taking part in the festival, he-shan? You are, aren't you? Then there is a window right there, my brother. I have suggested it to you every past frickin' season we have done this visual novel. Misha pauses, waiting for Shizune to finish her next flourish. I hope you're going to do a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I immediately feel my face redden at the unfairness of that remark. Don't drag me into this. I've done more than enough to help out with the festival, I think. If you're angry at Lily, this has nothing to do with me. I snap back, instantly wishing I had phrased that better. I think you phrased that fucking fantastically! Now wait just a second. Are you implying the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Hisao. My guy. My dude. My Enwa. Oh man, if you understood that reference, you and I can be friends. There are, from past experiences, there are 6,827 and a half different responses you can give to this very question. And every single fucking one of them are wrong. The best method, the best course of action to take that I have done so in the past is I break off eye contact. I immediately revert back to default face, 1,000-yard staring at no one. And I get up and I walk out of the room. It's not really an answer. I guess technically it is. It's one of the wrong ones. Because again, they're all wrong. But it's the best one. Hisao's not going to do that. Oh, for the love of fuck. I didn't say that. That is also a wrong answer. All I'm saying is, I forget what I did for her voice. Oh no. Hello? It's probably wrong. She is going to be the most inconsistently voiced character ever. These unvoiced visual novels are going to be the death of me. I can't come up with 18 different female voices. I'm sorry. I hear a vaguely familiar voice speak from the doorway. 3 heads followed a second later by a 4th snap in the direction of the sound to see a girl standing at the door. One hand on the frame as she leans her head in. Her other hand holds her cane in front of her, at the ready to... This has been... Let me get through this line, and then I'll break it down. Her other hand holds her cane in front of her, at the ready to defend herself at a moment's notice from the hostility in the room. I'm crying over here. I have tears in my eyes. Oh my god. This is my all-time favorite line ever. I have gone through a number of visual novels on this channel. I hate how it's become a flagship. This is probably my favorite line that I've read in a long time. She is going to use her cane to beat the brakes off of 3, possibly 4 crippled children. I may have never been so happy to see someone in my life as I am at that exact moment. Shizune's eyes narrow as she signs tersely to Misha. It's obvious she doesn't like this interruption, although I can't tell if it's because it may undermine the upper hand she has on Lily. Never mind forgetting how to do people's voices. I can't remember how I pronounced this.
Miss Inamoto, this isn't your classroom. What do you think you're doing here?
Saki makes eye contact with me briefly before glancing at the others. I was trying to find some help, and I heard voices and as I was walking down the hall.
What's up, Saki?
I asked, trying not to make my eagerness at the subject change too obvious. We need a few more things from one of the art rooms to finish our stall for Sunday. We were going to work on it after school. I found what we need, but if I could get some help taking it to the band room right now, it would save some time. Do you think I could borrow his sow for a few minutes?
Did we not have the budget to just scrunch these 3 together and just flop Saki right here?
I'm probably asking a lot from the person who did this. Probably. I don't know. I don't know shit about making video games. Don't ask me to make a video game. For the love of fuck, don't ask me to make or even write a visual novel of all things.
You're not done either? I can't believe I'm the only one who seems to be taking this seriously. Hey, that's not fair, Shishan. I work hard too.
As the two of them start heatedly conversing among themselves, I notice Saki leans slightly against the doorframe, revealing that she isn't at all I just had a stroke. Revealing that she isn't at all startling to her. Given what she told me about having to deal with Shizune, I imagine these outbursts of hers are quite familiar. Lily, I think Mr. Naomi... why did I just turn into a goddamn Southern Belle? Wow! I'm sorry. I think I'm just gonna take myself out after that one. My lawyers informed me to inform everyone at home that that was a joke. I'm so glad that I'm a fucking nobody and no one watches these. Lily, I think Mr. Naomi said you were using the stencils for your class when I asked him about it yesterday. Ah, that's right. We were finishing up our signs. I believe most of them are done, although I don't know for sure. Things have been rather hectic as of late. She also can't see if they're done. That's the joke. This is unacceptable! Am I gonna have the strength to, pull up that lemon dude screaming unacceptable? Am I thinking of the right character? Probably not.
This festival is imperative to the morale of the school. Everybody works hard to make sure it goes smooth and establishes a sense of community. Too many people don't take it seriously, and the image of the entire school suffers for it.
In case you've forgotten, Miss President, we're not just running a booth. We're also performing to raise money for the year-end recital. We're very busy with both things, so surely you can understand if we may not have everything done as fast as the other classes. While I know that the beautiful inflection behind those words will be lost on Shizune, I'm left in awe with how artfully she wove that degree of sarcasm into them. I see Lily trying very hard to suppress a smile. Oh yeah, that's it. Having not missed a beat, Shizune senses she's being mocked and scowls angrily behind her glasses.
Why do you need help? Can't find what you need on your own?
Well, she probably can, Shizune. Is that she probably is going to have difficulty carrying it because she needs her one hand on her cane to keep her from falling over. That might have something to do with it. Saki moves her cane and wraps it twice against one of the metal legs of the nearest chair. The loud clung clung makes the three of us that can hear it visibly jump. Because it's heavy. Surely you don't expect someone like me to carry it all by myself. Oh my god, is Saki currently the most, level-headed person? First of all, I called out why she needs help like that. It helps when some people can read the fucking room. The pouting look she gives is so exaggerated that it's all I can do to keep from grinning like an idiot. I would hope not. I'll help! There's a while before class starts anyway. Great, it shouldn't be too much. Just some paint and poster board, I think. Not only would it be a big help to our club, but to the festival as well. Shizune folds her arms and stares daggers, which I can imagine is her equivalent of being left speechless. It's obvious she isn't used to being dismissed like this. For anyone not in the know, in case you also haven't looked at the previous seasons, go binge watch all of that. YouTube's algorithm would sense that those videos are being watched and throws those into circulation and whatnot. Which, by the way, speaking of YouTube algorithm, I'm gonna do the dipshit thing and just plug my channel here and now. Hey, everyone at home, if you're watching a visual novel, if you're listening to this, make sure to give a like to the video and write a comment. Doing stuff like that tells the YouTube algorithm bots that people actually engage with this stuff, and it actually starts letting new people see the content, and then the community and channel can grow. And I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I wouldn't know what to do with that power, really. We'll see, won't we? As soon as I enter the hallway, I let out a breath that I haven't realized I've been holding. Saki and I have managed to get a few steps down the hall before I can hear Misha and Lily arguing again. Thank you. Lucky for you I came by. What started all that anyway? I'm not sure. I think it had to do with the festival budget. The two of them were going at it before I could really figure out what that meant, and I wasn't, fully awake yet. Shizune's always like that whenever there's a big project. All the other classes are supposed to submit budget requests so she can keep track of the treasury. She comes down on anyone who doesn't get it done as fast as she does. Your club has to submit a budget too? Yep. It's not just classes that have stalls, but several clubs do too. They do it to raise money. We have a recital at the end of the year, so that's what we're focusing on. Even though I gave Shizune our budget a few days ago, she still got on my ass about taking so long to do it. It almost looks like she enjoys it. I don't think I've ever met someone more competitive than she is. Oh my god, Shizune would be the most toxic competitive esports streamer ever. Just ever. And now that I've put that thought in the universe, I really would like to see something like that happen. Don't get me wrong, she's good at what she does. I just wish she wasn't so damn arrogant about it. She loves to rub it in people's faces whenever she gets the chance. By now we've reached the end of the hallway, at the entrance to the art room, and I hold open the door for her as she steps inside. When I follow, the wall of cold air that hits me makes me shiver for a second. The room is bathed in bright light as the rising sun streams through the windows, catching a few stray specks of dust drifting lazily in its beams. I have to say, I still can't wrap my head around that little stunt you pulled back there. I've never seen Shizune completely shut down like that. She's really easy to wind up if you know how. She was like that all last year when I was with her. Saki laughs as she rests her cane against one of the desks, crouching down to pull open the drawer beneath it. I hear papers and heavier objects being shuffled around. I don't think she's used to having other people stand up to her. Well, I've tried standing up to her about the student council thing. She's persistent, but I never really thought she was acting mean towards me. Oh ho! That's because you're a challenge and there's something she wants right now. Let me guess. Me joining the council. Bingo. She's nice enough when she wants something. Yeah, it starts with her using honey words, and it ends up with being tied to a chair. There are people who didn't watch that last season. Go watch last season. It's that last season's got everything. It's got me flubbing words. It's got crippled people. It's got Ronin warriors. It's got children who are trying to be magicians. It's got Misha revealing through her attire her political stances. Oh my god. I'm laughing because I have actually gave a very poor yet very accurate description of that entire season. There's not one thing that I said that was bullshit. Ain't one thing. But when someone who stands up to her just doesn't agree with her, you get that. I hear her curse in frustration as her search appears to turn up. No, Ryan, no. I'm sorry, I had a horrible thought that just came to mind when she said, cursing in frustration. Oh, to the writers of this, are you gonna write a season I say season because I consider each one of these individual story seasons for this entire saga of Katawa Shoujo. But anyway, you're gonna write a whole plot line around dating a girl with Tourette's? I would have the greatest of times reading through that story. There are people who would probably pay money for that playthrough. What are you looking for, anyway? Mr. Naomi keeps a pack of stencils that we sometimes use to make signs. I was supposed to grab them yesterday, but Lily's class was using them. She scans the room, looking for any place they might be hidden. Her brow furrows as she starts towards the back of the room, her hand gliding atop the desk for support in lieu of her cane. Can you help me check the back cabinets? They have to be here somewhere. They should be in a blue box. I head towards the second cabinet as she reaches the first and pull it open. Blah! Anime shenanigans must have just happened. The whole screen shook. I'm instantly assaulted by a array of supplies staring back at me. Brushes, paint cans, blank canvases, blank poster boards, several bottles of strong-smelling chemicals, and about a dozen boxes on the bottom shelf splattered with paint. How big is the box? There's a few in here. About the size of a shoebox. I'm just gonna grab the whole cupboard. I squint to get a closer look, and make out the top of the box on the stack is indeed a dark blue, accented with a few red and white stains. We're in a paint room. We're in a paint room, children. Get it out of your heads. We're in a paint room. Is this it? Looks like it. Why don't we open it? She reaches over us to set the box down and pulls the lid off, revealing a deep stack of thick cardstock cut into a variety of shapes. Every sheet has been coated and recoated with so many colors that any one of them could be its own piece of abstract art. As she lifts out a few to make sure, I can see why they were being used yesterday, with, all of Lily's fellow students either completely or partially blind. Having stencils like this would make the job of decorating their signs much easier. Satisfied, she puts the contents back in the box and reapplies the lid. We have everything else, so this should do it, I think. Wait a minute. You need me to just carry this? Wait a minute, yeah. Oh, wait, are we just doing the anime thing where, she's like, I'm gonna drag him out of a horrible argument with some dumb excuse. Look, I'm not really, like, experienced with this sort of shit, so... Maybe she's just being a bitch. I don't know. Yeah, you don't expect me to carry something heavy that far either, do you? Is there anyone that your tactic doesn't work on? Not many. Almost as an afterthought, she moves to open the cabinet and pulls out a few rolled up pieces of poster board, tucking them firmly underneath her arm. There. Does this make you feel better? The look she gives me waiting for my approval leaves me laughing and shaking my head. Alright, you win. You're lucky I happen to be such a nice helpful guy. Really? And here I thought you actually wanted to help. I could have simply left you back there, I realize my smile has never quite left my face since I started laughing. I was never really one for witty banter, even before my heart attack, and the hospital pretty much killed whatever knack I had for it. This conversation, this short exchange, however, is something I'm grateful for. The ease with which Saki holds and drives the conversation, the subtle back and forth, the good-natured ribbing while not seeming to take anything too seriously, it's drawing something out of me I haven't realized I've lost. Sakuri's reminding me that I have a sense of humor. Oh, God. And I am now and internally in your debt. I bow gravely and for greater effect. That's kind of cute thing for you to say, but being too cute has its drawbacks too. Oh? How so? People might start to take advantage of you if you don't, if you make it look too easy. You're probably right. Shizune, Misha, you. I never claimed to be a good person. Well! A line like that, I dare would say the plot girthens. As I can already sense so many people saying, I never want to hear you say girthen ever again. I'm looking over at the time, and I have spent so much time laughing at my own dumb shit that I'm running short on time here. So I'm gonna save it here. We're gonna keep rotating these saves, baby. And I'll catch all of you guys on the next time. Stay awesome out there. Adios.